Hi, really good to see you again. Now, what are we doing today? Today we're doing a comparison video. We haven't done a Chinese for a while, so what we're looking to do is go to an expensive Chinese and then go to an inexpensive Chinese and just compare the two. And what we're going to do is actually try and have the same dishes in both. So it's going to be quite interesting because we've done quite a few comparison videos. You know, we've done pizzas, we've done roast dinners, steaks. I think there's about 7 in total. As always, let's give it a go. Actually, I was going to do a dim sum menu, but I promise you, on the next Chinese one, it will be. Okay, come on then. Okay, for the expensive Chinese, we've come to Berwick Street. Where are we going? We're going to Duck and Rice, which is actually a pub with Chinese food in it. It's got a restaurant upstairs as well. I want to say, as I look down here, there's loads and loads of street food vending places, so this place must be good to compete. As always, let's give it a go. Okay, so here we are, inside. Now, we're actually eating in the bar area, which is downstairs. They also have a restaurant area upstairs, but I'm happy in the bar. Take a look around, it's absolutely stunning in here. Wow. Right, on to the food. Got some bar snacks there, dim sum as well. Actually, while I'm on that, when I've done the oldest Chinese restaurant, I did say I'll do a dim sum menu next. I promise you, not this time. The next time, I will do one. I promise. Okay. Small chow, vegetables, chop suey, noodles, rice. Now, what I want to do is I want to compare both restaurants. So I want to have the same meal in both restaurants. So what I'm going to go for is their duck and rice, which is Cantonese roast duck with jasmine rice and cucumber. That's £22.50. And then what I'm going to have with that is their kung po chicken, which is £16.50. Menu-wise, it's a very extensive menu there. Yeah, I'm actually really looking forward to it. And the other thing is, this restaurant is getting very busy. So if it gets loud in here, again, you have my apologies, but it's good news that they're busy, isn't it? Okay, see you when the food arrives. Okay, so the restaurant's called Duck and Rice, so you'd expect it to have some very nice duck dishes on there, and it has. It's strange enough, they've got lobster here, chili lobster. They're £60 and £58. But for your duck luggers out there, Cantonese house roast duck, half is £35, and their crispy aromatic duck for half is £37.50 and a quarter, £21.50. So certainly not on the cheap side, is it? That's quite expensive. However, let's see what the quality is like. Okay, so the food's arrived here. I've got my kung po chicken there. Take a look at that. I'll come back to that in a second. And then I have my duck here with the jasmine rice underneath and some cucumber as well. Now, first impressions, that's presented very nicely. Looks like quite a wholesome portion. I have to see how much duck's on top there. My kung po chicken there, that doesn't seem like the biggest portion ever, but yeah. Actually, I'm going to start with the kung po chicken. So what do you have there? You've got some chicken, spring onions there, ordinary onions, cashew nuts. Yeah, having a look around. Smell-wise, yeah, it does smell very, very nice. Let's put some on the plate there. See, it's nice and steamy. Now, another thing which they've also provided here is 2 dips. They're both chili flakes and a chili sauce. I might give them a miss for a while. The old chopsticks aside. Let's see what it tastes like. Okay, so got the chicken piece there. Wow. The chicken's very tender. The sauce itself is incredibly mild. When I've had kung po chicken in the past, it tends to be in batter. This isn't. Just a light batter. The sauce there's a fair amount of sweetness in there, and I've got to say, there's no bite, there's no kick to it at all. Again, I would have thought with the kung po, it'd have a little bit of a bite back. It is actually quite sweet. Let's try the chicken again. Now, I've actually just had a piece of ginger in there as well, which is good. However, what's worrying me is the fact that it is a little bit on the bland side. It's obviously first impression, so I want to give it another try. The other thing is, take a look at the chicken pieces there. They're very small. The only way of describing that really is there's a sweetness in there, there's a sweet sauce, and then I think quite a lot of the soy there has gone in there. Because if you take a look, it's very dark. The actual sauce itself is actually quite dark. So there's quite a lot of salt coming through, but not, how can I say, not the flavours I was really expecting. That's a little bit disappointing. Not what I was expecting. However, there's a nice crunch there with the cashew nuts. Do you know something? I've just said that, and I've just eaten a massive piece of chilli. So, hold your horses. I think that's probably chilli there. You have to have that with a piece of chicken. So, just bear with me. Oh wow, they are chilies. They're whole chilies. If you look through here, and one of the problems is they are extremely hot. So once you actually have the chili, it then overpowers the actual taste of the kung po chicken. No, that's not a well thought through dish. Quite literally, because without the chili, it's too sweet, and with the chili, it's actually too hot. So, my impressions of the kung po chicken, I'm a little bit disappointed. Smashing time over there. Yeah, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to finish this up and then on to the duck. Okay, so on to the duck. Final thoughts. A little bit disappointed because without the chilies, it's too sweet, and with the chilies, it's too hot. So a little bit disappointed with that. However, this is the one I'm looking forward to. Take a look at the duck here. You've got the skin, you've got the duck. Obviously the jasmine rice underneath. So let's take off a piece of duck. Again, let's see how that's cooked actually. Yeah, it seems to be cooked nicely. Let's get a couple of pieces of duck. Just separate them. I'll come to the rice in a minute. Let's just move that over a little bit so you can see. So I have my duck there. Got the skin on the other side. I'll turn it over. Nice colour to the skin. Wow, that is excellent duck. The skin literally is full of flavour with the duck itself. Duck melts in your mouth. It's very moist. You can see, look how moist that is. Wow, I am actually really impressed with the duck. Come on, Gary, get the old chopsticks going. Certainly know how to do the duck here. There's no question about that. The only thing I have to say here, you can take a closer look into the pot. You have the duck. Not a massive, massive portion. It's a huge portion of rice, mind you. But see, there's very little sauce there. So once you get through the duck and get down to the rice, imagine that could be a little bit dry. The cucumber there as well. I'm going to try that in a second. Let's try a bit of the rice. the top part of the rice there with the duck's actually, the flavours from the duck and the juices are seeped into the top part of the rice. But my real concern is once you dig right down and get to the bottom, as you look here, is, no, actually, in fairness to it, yeah, no, the juices have seeped down. A few parts not, but no, I was wrong on that. Duck is excellent, brilliantly cooked. The skin has got a fantastic flavour to it, makes it very moist. No issues on the duck. The kind of issue I'd have is I wish there was a bit more. Not a huge portion, is there? Not for the money, if you think. So again, that's skin. So take the skin away and put that on the plate. It's not a huge portion of the skin as well. There's not a huge portion of duck there. But what is there tastes incredible. Wow. Let's see what the cucumber brings to the party. Obviously the cucumber's there because of the sweetness of the duck. It's just to try and balance the flavours. Very impressed, but not a huge portion. A little bit disappointed because the combinations of the flavours really doesn't flow at all. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to tuck in and I'll see you guys shortly. Okay, well I've got to try the two sauces here. Actually you need 2 spoons really, because I don't want to double dip in that one. Okay, I'll just try this one to start with. Let's try it here with the kung po chicken. It's obviously the sweetness there in the kung po. And that's really interesting. The chili sauce there isn't overpowering. If you ask me, that would be actually better had in here with the kung po, because that would have taken the sweetness down. So that's actually quite interesting. Chili itself is not too hot. Okay, so problem solved. I've got some on the plate there. Let's try it again with the kung po chicken. Now this is actually a lot thicker than I thought it was going to be, which tends to mean it's going to be a lot hotter than I think it's going to mean. It started off there not being particularly hot with the chili flakes in there, and then ends up being very hot. Definitely not. Okay, I'm going to crack on. Why do I keep doing that to myself? Muppet. I'm a Muppet. Okay, so I've got the bill here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go outside and give you my thoughts. What I did do, by the way, is I got some of that as a takeaway, because obviously I've got to have another Chinese in a minute. So, see you outside. Okay, so we've come outside. The restaurant was really busy, and I've got to say that street itself, wow, that was packed. Now, what's my thoughts on it? I liked it. I didn't love it. The duck was outstandingly good. That was cooked perfectly, and they put their name to it. So you'd understand that they can get their duck perfectly right. But the kung po chicken, there was no balance in that at all. Nothing. It didn't work. 1 minute it was too sweet, then it was too hot. So the balancing act to that, no, it wasn't there. So, how can I put it? If you're in the area for duck and rice, without a doubt, go there for the duck. How much did it cost me? The duck and rice was £22.50. For the kung po chicken was £16.50. Total of £39 with £4.88 service charge. Okay, on to the next one. Okay, for the inexpensive Chinese restaurant, we've come to Popular, and we're going to go to Wings Chinese Cafe. Now, quite a few of you have actually said, Gary, you've got to go there. It is really, really cheap. So I have actually been over there, looked at the menu. Wow, very, very, very inexpensive. Now, as always, let's give it a go. Okay, so this is the first for the channel. I'm getting a takeaway. What we've done, we've actually found a nice little area here, so we're going to sit down and let's take a look at it. Okay, I'm going to start off with the duck. Take a close up here. Excellent portion on duck. You then got it on the egg fried rice there, and there's some sauce there as well. Now, you've got to bear in mind, this was only £8. And for duck, I think that's very, very cheap. But, as always, it's about the taste. That's what I'm going to try. Okay, so I've got the duck there. Take a close up. That's very nicely cooked. Actually, how do you prefer your duck? Do you like it pink? As most people do. Well, I think that's okay. That sauce on there, it's kind of a hoisin sauce. It's quite sweet. Complements the duck brilliantly because the duck does need a sweet sauce with it. The duck itself, wow, that is very, very tasty. It's succulent. It's not tough. Again, got a nice skin around the edges there. Now the skin isn't crispy on that first piece. I'm just looking here. Some of them are a little bit crispy, but certainly not overdone. The rice itself, egg fried rice. Egg fried rice is egg fried rice, but that's done really well as well. A couple of things about it. One, it's nice and hot. And two, just portion size. That is a big portion. You know, I am actually very impressed. I'm going to try another piece. What I do need is a fork. The duck itself, the fat content in there is excellent. Obviously, the skin is where all the fat is, and it makes the duck juicy. Works really well. And the other thing is, the piece I just had then is really crispy. And I actually prefer my duck to have a crispy skin because I think it brings out a lot more flavour in it. Overall, £8. Can't go wrong, really, can you? Okay, let's put that back in the bag. Got myself a fresh spoon. Have that there. Let's take a look at my kung po chicken. Let's put that over there. Now, if you take a little bit of a close-up here, that's done actually differently. Because with the duck, they had all the rice underneath. Sorry, yeah, all the rice underneath and the duck on top. But here, it's divided it up, so it's half rice, half kung po chicken. Got the onions in there, sauce, got some sesame seeds there, obviously lots of chicken. Let's go a bit further down. Yeah, nice portion. The chicken itself is battered. Now, kung po chicken is very westernised. It's not authentic Chinese, if you like, but let's see what it tastes like. See there? Got a lot of sweetness coming through. Then a little bit of heat. Yeah, a little bit of punchy heat. The chicken itself is very tender. Unfortunately, I can't cut it in half to show you there. But all in all, let's see the onions. There's a nice crunch with them onions. It's hot, it's steaming. Take a look at that. The sauce itself. It's got a kind of sourness to it and a sweetness at the same time. So sweet and sour with heat coming through. All in all, portion-wise, I think, again, very, very good. And there, lots and lots of the rice. Obviously, I've just had the rice, egg fried rice, which you can see the egg there. I'm going to say, price, £5.80. That's obviously a meal, and a good meal within itself. Yeah. Well, very impressed. I do like the chicken. As I said, it's a very light batter there. The chicken itself, it's not rubbery at all. And in fact, price-wise, it's not daylight rubbery. Rubbery. Now, I'm not in the brilliant setting here, although it's a nice park. It's not a restaurant, obviously. But if you're taking that home, or on a nice hot day sitting in the park, that's excellent value. You cannot knock the value. And you can't knock the taste either. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to nip around the corner here and give you my final thoughts and my final marks. Okay, so we're headed back into London, and I'm going to give you my final thoughts here. But I'm going to do this slightly differently. I'm going to mark wings and calf and duck and rice for each individual dish. For duck and rice, I'm going to mark it. For the duck, simple, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. For the kung po chicken, there was no balance there. I'm going to give it a 6. For wings calf, now I'm going to say both of them exactly the same mark. I'm going to give 8 and 8. So without taking into consideration price here, wings calf already wins. So, 2 bills. The inexpensive restaurant, simple £13.80. You've got to bear in mind it's a takeaway and you haven't got the comfort of sitting in and all the rest of it. And here for duck and rice, £43.88. Now what I'd be interested in here is which one do you think's the best? For me, it's value for money. It's wings calf all day long. But I want to hear what you think. You know, that's really, really important to me. If you can like and subscribe to the channel, you know I always appreciate it. And if you hit that notification button, poor cameraman's getting blown away here. If you can hit that notification button, you'll hear when the next video is coming up. Until next time, bye-bye.